Oh, snaps. You are live. What's going down? What is going down? What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Keep It Smooth, tuning in once again, bringing you another episode of Wait for It, the Night Owl Show. That's right. You know what I'm saying? This is the show where we're going to kick back, relax. We're going to shoot some jazz. We're going to talk to Bobos, you know what I'm saying? Or we're going to talk to Bobos, talk some jazz, and shoot the Bobos. But we're going to do something in this joint. How you all feeling, how you holding up. Hopefully everything is going smoothly for you. We are starting a little bit later than normal, but that's that damn devil, you know what I'm saying? But in true smooth fashion, we ain't gonna let nothing stop the show. We're gonna keep this thing rocking, rolling, pumping and going. Hopefully everybody is keeping it smooth out there, you know what I'm saying? Make sure as you coming in, you comment where you're tuning in from. You hit that like button, you hit that share button. And if you watch it from YouTube, you hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make every platform grow equally and every platform grow positively. You know what I'm saying? But how's everybody Monday been going? It is it's a cold one over here in the Keys right now. You know what I'm saying? It's 9:22. Phone saying it's 30 some degrees, 30 degrees out there, you know what I'm saying? But that wind is howling and they already done told us that the school is shut down. Schools are shut down for tomorrow if your kids do go to the physical building. So you know we in for something serious tonight, y'all. So you know what I'm saying? Make sure you weatherize your cribs. Even if that means going to get some plastic and some tape to block as much of that cold air as possible. I found these results. Make sure you take care of business. See, that's what happened when you got a boost phone. See, we ain't got Siri. We just got Google, and Google want to come chumping in, chiming in, and whatnot whenever she want to. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. How's everybody doing? How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, comment where you're tuning in from right here on the Night Owl Show because we finna rap for a minute. We finna talk. We got our hour. We finna get it in. Hopefully you got something to drink, something to partake of. I got my energy drink. You know what I'm saying? But man, we're gonna jump off into this thing because it's Movies and Music Monday, and you know that means we're gonna start it off with some movies first. We was talking about some music Friday for the Let's Be Free episode, and it got me thinking on some stuff. But today I want to talk about WandaVision. Now, WandaVision, as we all know, is one of the newest newest TV shows that just dropped, just got released on Disney Plus for the Marvel to help try to bring Marvel back into relevance. You know what I'm saying? COVID has shut a lot of stuff down. It's put a lot of stuff on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how we're gonna deal with COVID and get as much work done as possible in one space without have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, dealing with an event called a super spreader or being accused of creating a super spreader event. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but WandaVision is a TV show that, like I say, unfortunately is only found on Disney Plus. So if you don't have Disney Plus, you can definitely go watch like little snippets on YouTube. You can catch trailers and breakdowns, but if you ain't watching the show, you ain't gonna want no breakdown nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to be able to be aware of what's going on without dealing with any spoilers. You know what I'm saying? Uh, the timeline, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out exactly where in. Let's see this thing. It's looking like it's froze up because I'm froze up on my end. Hold on one second. My bad, y'all. I gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying, this Wi-Fi can stay as smooth as possible. Like I say, the weather out here is ridiculous. What's going on, Auntie? How you holding up? How y'all holding up? Because y'all up there in Wisconsin, I know it's windy, it's chilly up there. Like, we're dealing with a little bit of snow out here. I know y'all dealing with some, you know what I'm saying? I respect. I love Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful scene, beautiful weather, balanced weather. But when that snow kicks in, oh, when that snow kicks in, it's a whole new world. You know what I'm saying? And to be 100, I really think people that have to live in states with snow. You said y'all ain't got it just yet. Y'all, I don't. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all right there, literally on Lake Michigan. But I think people in this northern part of the country are some of the best drivers. We the ones that's got to deal with driving through snow and not just an inch or two. Like we be driving through some things. You know what I'm saying? Say it's supposed to hit us hard tonight. Well, I hope y'all stay bundled up there, stay warm. You know what I'm saying? I know the little cousins in them. I keep wanting to call them little cousins, but shoot, man, I know them little jokers is giants by now. You know what I'm saying? Tell everybody I said what's going on. So they down the street. Kids. I can't wait till I can say it about my kids. Boy, I tell you, man, these little jokes. Anyway, we talking about WandaVision. Now, I'm not sure the timeline of exactly where in the Marvel universe this takes place yet because it's real slow to build up. It's very slow to build up. You know what I'm saying? Tater watching, what up, little cuz? Uh, but it starts off slow, right? It starts off black and white, I Love Lucy type vibes. You know what I'm saying? And as a Marvel fan, I gotta be 100 with you. It took everything in me to get through that whole first episode because I'm like, man, it's gotta be something more to this. Like unless this is some comedy parody thing they doing with Wanda and Vision, you know what I'm saying? Like we know they wanted to live, you know what I'm saying, a life, you know what I'm saying? We saw them in which one was it? Infinity War, where Vision was alive. Um, Chilling, you know, looking like they was out on a date, you know what I mean? Uh she said, what? You playing? No, serious, like uh it starts off black and white, like old time TV. You know what I'm saying? Like think back to like Bewitched, I Love Lucy, uh, Three Stooges, all black and white, right? But it's got like the comedy intro style is like an I Love Lucy show would have had. And I think it was really themed around that for that first episode. And then you get into the end of the episode, and it's like, okay, there's got to be something more to this. I saw the trailer, colors kick in somewhere in this. But what I loved about the trailers was they did not drop a lot of spoilers. They kept it for the most part just focused on Vision, Wanda, and them living life, living some type of normal life in black and white, and then it evolving into color, right? Uh, Now, let's see. That's a smooth T. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to shake that fear and get out here. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for tuning in, chiming in. You did. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody would like to cop one of these teas, you know what I'm saying? You can also get this in uh, a variety of colors, a myriad, a plethora of various colors. You know what I mean? And custom orders are available. All you have to do is get in contact with Kent Library Guy Wade, that is his name on Facebook, as well as is that your YouTube handle too, bro? I know you were talking about you was building them up. That's neither here nor there. Contact him directly, hit him up, you know what I'm saying? Follow the writer of the comment to be able to get in touch with him so you can order yourself one of these shirts. I have a vast array. I had to fight with that word to get her out. I was about to say variety, but I wanted to do it. It's a whole thing, man. Mile a minute, you know what I'm saying? I have a vast array of colors myself. You know what I'm saying? Definitely don't have all the colors. It'll take it's gonna take another stimulus to be able to cop all the colors. You know what I'm saying? But bro, you know I got you. You know what I mean? You can also get this in the black on whites. You know what I'm saying? The smooth black on white, as we was calling it. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you would like to order yourself one of these shirts, contact him directly, or you can feel free to contact me to pass the message on, and I'll make sure we get in contact. Make sure you get yourself a Shake the Fear tee as well. Because there will be no hate, you know what I'm saying? And I wore this shirt to help promote, bro. You know what I'm saying? Normally y'all see me rocking my gear, my merch. But hey, sometimes, it's not even about sometimes. You got to be able to invest to show love and give back. And bro is an amazing person. Being able to call him bro is a blessing as is. Being able to help support his brand by help advertising his merch, it's all love. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? Smooth, black on white, inspired by Keep It Smooth. It sounds like it's raining out there. Boy, weather. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, WandaVision starts off with them like settling. It looked like they're still settling into the neighborhood, still getting used to trying to live some type of normal life. Um, and while that's cool, you know what I'm saying? It seems something seems off through the show. You know what I'm saying? Like um, a lot of conversations seem forced. A lot of uh, I don't know. As a person who deals with a lot of suspense shows, who loves um, the Marvel universe, and as somebody who it takes a lot to get me to get invested into a show. You know what I'm saying? Like I catch on to set up some plots real quick, so I don't really get locked into too much. So it was like it was a slow build, but then at the end of the first episode, you see um, like a guy sitting behind a TV watching what they're living. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and then it cuts out. It cuts into the end credits. Now, we are Marvel heads, so we know until you see the scroll and end credits, you're not gonna stop watching because it's always some end cut scene. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. It really felt like the dude with the remote was the end cut scene, but there was no credits that flashed before it, so it was real confusing. But um, the show goes into the next episode, and it's a different intro. It's like I Dream of Genie type, Bewitched type intro, and their clothing is a little bit different. It's a little bit more looser, kind of like comedy. You know what I'm saying? A lot more. The jokes is flowing a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? It's not so um, forced. Everything is a little bit smoother now. You know what I'm saying? Um, and the next thing you know, Wanda comes outside and finds a red helicopter in the bushes. Now, everybody, me personally, like everybody else, when you saw the red amongst all this black and white. You know something's going on. Maybe we're about to get some idea of something this is foreshadow. What's funny is there was a logo embossed on the side of the helicopter. It was a shield. So it was a little circle. I mean, it was a sword. It was a little circle with a sword going through the circle, pointed up. Now, as a Marvel fan, a lot of folks won't know, but Marvel Space Station, I believe Marvel had the space Marvel Shield and then Marvel Sword. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I don't want to say off suits. I want to say like the Sword and Shield was like satellite bases. You know what I'm saying? They monitored for the space stuff that was going on. You know what I mean? Uh, and this is the logo that's on the side of the helicopter. Now, you don't think nothing of it because she hurry up and drops the helicopter because her friend walks up. The next thing you know, they get lost in talking, and they headed off to this committee meeting because there's a talent show later on in the neighborhood. I ain't trying to give the whole breakdown, but as the show is going on farther and farther, you're starting to see uh, more like glitches. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Matrix, they told you it was a glitch in the Matrix when you experienced the feeling of deja vu. When you knew you had been through this moment or seen something or experienced this previously, to say you did it again when everything is supposed to be brand new and fresh and in the moment, it's a glitch. You could see it happening on the show because it was moments where like they'd be in missed conversation and people will say something, then they'll like kind of short out, and then they'll come back to like, ha ha ha, like this is happy hunky dory life. Like, no, no, there's some in the water over here. You know what I'm saying? And as a fan, and also I would like to call myself a movie buff, uh, a fan of the film. You know what I mean? You know what to look for when you're looking for the subtle cues, the simple hints, the um, little nuances or innuendos that you know is going to take place that kind of segue or foreshadow what's to come. You know what I'm saying? Um, there's always a little hints. That's why when you watch a movie and then go back, you start picking up on stuff. Oh, I didn't realize they said that. Oh, I didn't peep this. Oh, okay, so that was really this in disguise or that. Going through that so many times in life, watching movies and it must be like, oh, you missed this, or you should have seen this, or what the bam. You learn to start watching with that type of an eye from the beginning, and you're able to keep up with how the film was shot. You're able to keep up with the storylines. You're able to keep up with like the dynamics of the movie, almost to the point where the more small things that you pick up on in the beginning, the more likely you're able to start predicting what's about to play out. You know what I'm saying? I'll be sitting there watching movies with my wife all the time, and we'll be sitting there looking at something, and I'll watch how the character dynamics and the character relationships are building, and I'll call it out like they're gonna end up smashing, Buddy will end up doing something. I don't like this person. Something's wrong with him. This dude's gonna kill somebody. Like you can tell by the small thing, the smallest things, if you can pick up on what's about to happen next, or have an idea of what's to come next. You know what I'm saying? Um, so watching it and being able to see like certain glitches, and then they were at the plan, the committee meeting, and the voice starts coming through the radio like Wanda, Wanda, who's doing this to you? Wanda, what are you doing? Wanda, what's going on? Talk to me, Wanda. And she tripping like something ain't, something ain't right in the water. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing you know, the chick, mothers break glass, cut their hand, and the blood is actually red. Cornball jokes happen. You know what I'm saying? The way they got vision set up on here is like it's literally like a sitcom dad. And given that they're together, but we know Vision died in Infinity War, it leads to make you wonder like, did this come out before? Was this what was taking place before Infinity War? You know what I'm saying? Or is this a reality she created in her mind? Because we know now that they figured out how to go back in time. Well, for those who don't know, now that they figured out how to go back in time, they're actually setting it up to uh, introduce the multiverse a little bit more, well, more extensive, which is why Doctor Strange 2 is called Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But they're also setting it up to where mutants can be brought in, the X Men can be brought in. Um, they're setting it up a lot when they introduce the going back in time, the quantum realm, all of this stuff, the multiverse, all of this stuff, right? And Wanda plays a part in this because you're still not sure what Wanda's powers are. You know what I mean? I was watching a Tony Baker review on WandaVision, and the way he broke it down was like the way he was talking about her powers. As a movie buff, was like, man, You saw her like doing mind control when we first got introduced to them in Age of Ultron. And then we see her doing a lot of things telekinetically, picking things up, moving stuff around. Jesus, excuse me. Moving stuff around. It's the Night Owl show, y'all, and I'm preparing for work. Whew. Um, Throwing stuff with her hands, you know what I mean? But then when she got to putting that work in on Thanos, it was like, what? Is she like controlled? Does she get her power from one of the Infinity Stones? Because that would make sense as to why her power seems like endless or boundless. You know what I'm saying? Miss Marvel was another one that was able to give Thanos them hands. You know what I'm saying? Um, and play a part in um, helping turn the tide in Endgame. But in the same breath, once he pulled one of those stones out of the glove and put it in his hand and channeled that joint, then it was a whole new world. You know what I'm saying? But with WandaVision, the whole show, by the time you get to episode 3, they've already established that the show is in color. They've already got the show into color. So it's more like a Partridge Family, Brady Bunch type vibe you're getting from them. You know what I'm saying? Like 70s type vibe, 70s, 80s type vibe. You know what I'm saying? Um, Real bell bottomy afros and stuff. But now you're starting to see a whole lot more of the glitches coming up because now friends that they thought were their friends, the story's not adding up. Now people is just tripping, and looking like they on drugs or spaced out or something. Like something's literally wrong. And Vision's sitting there like, hey, hey, fam, you taking your weed whacker through my brick concrete wall. That's like the the partition between my crib and your crib. Like you over there trimming down your bushes, but you looking at me like this, taking this hair trimmer into the wall. Like, fam, what's wrong? And then look at him, and then he look at him like, oh, nothing. But he keeps doing it. Like, come on, man, come on, man. Something's afoot here. Something's afoot. At the end of episode 2, Wanda stands up and turns and says, Vision. Now, Vision calls her and was like, Wanda, look, because they said something about the kids, and the next thing you know, she's pregnant. But she's like, she went from no stomach at all to like stomach. Next episode, she's having the baby because the pregnancy is just moving at a crazy, ridiculous rate, right? And then more stuff is coming out. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's a dope show. It's a dope show. Um, it took me watching episode 1 in its entirety, like trying, really having to push through it, because I know it's got to be leading up to something bigger. Marvel wouldn't drop this when they still got Winter Falcon and the Winter Soldier slated like this. If this was all it was, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, if you made your people wait for a while in order for them to be able to take part in product, you can't drop something you're not sure about or some comedy rom com stuff. No, Marvel is straight action. Marvel is suspense. Marvel is about the business when it comes down to keeping their fans. So you know, if they would have did Winter Soldier first and then dropped Black Widow and then did WandaVision and this is all it was the old timey rom com, lovey dovey, whatever type stuff, that'd have been different. That'd have been one thing. But that's not what happened. So I knew it couldn't have played out like this. So what I did was I wound up going back and watching the trailer, finding another trailer for it, and like, I was halfway through episode 2, and then when I went back and found the other trailer, I'm like, okay, see, so that means that this buildup is really slow, but it's building up into something that's gonna be serious. You know what I'm saying? Because the second trailer that I saw when I went looking for the trailer, and it was the first trailer that I've seen since my original trailers, was that uh, it was action. They was flying around, fight scenes and stuff, and nothing about this in the beginning makes you think it's ever going to even get close to leading up to that. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely. I'll be honest with you. I started. I went back and watched the trailer again. And after watching the trailer, then I was able to go back and finish episode two. Now, when I finished episode two, uh, I was locked in because I seen some stuff that didn't add up. I definitely seen some things that brought the suspense factor back up. That brought the seriousness of the moment back into it. You know what I'm saying? Um, by episode three, oh, I'm locked. I'm locked. I'm locked and loaded. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going. Hey, I ain't moving. You know what I'm saying? Uh, because it's got serious. She done pushed down some babies. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and she really it's like without going too deep into it. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely recommend it. I definitely recommend it. It's a good watch, great watch, and give it. Like I said, you gotta give it to episode two. If you can make it, if you can make it to episode two, you're gonna be all right. I promise you. You're gonna start. You're gonna start once you get to the end of episode one. It's, I'm not sure yet. End of episode two, the color kicks in, and you're like, all right, I gotta see what happens next. By the end of episode three, they got you. They did it again. True Marvel fashion. They done locked us in and finally brought the thing around to where the interesting part kicks in. So my review on WandaVision is though I'm saying it's a slow builder, it's gonna be on point. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about the movie Point Blank with Anthony Mackie and another guy that's been in Marvel movies. Um, that movie like was no slow building at all. It was instantaneous. As soon, Jesus, as soon as you see the movie cut on, there's explosion, gunshots, a guy flies out of a window. You can't count to 10 before you hear the gunshot explosion and see somebody flying out of a window. Movie starts that fast, the action is that serious. And now dude is shot running down the street trying to call his brother, trying to link that ride up. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so that's a quick movie. Definitely a good watch. Um, but WandaVision is you're gonna need an episode or two. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna at least need it. Now you might be a fan of the I Love Lucy black and white noir type television. You know what I'm saying? That's the word for it. Noir. You know what I'm saying? Colorless, um, black and white as a Michael Jackson song. But um, for the rest of us, and it's no shade because I watched Logan in noir, so it's like it's not bad. You know what I mean? Uh, when you take the color, when you take away one of the senses, it enhances the other senses. You know what I'm saying? So taking the color out of something makes you watch it more. You know what I'm saying? Makes you get lost in it more because you're not able to just get lost in the pretty colors. You know what I'm saying? You got to get more engaged and it allows you to perceive other stuff more because now you're looking for things that actually appeal to the eye because everything is black and white. It's a whole thing. I can give you a smooth breakdown on it, but you know what I'm saying? We got to get to talking about this music right here on the Night Owl Show. You know what I'm saying? The show for folks who want something fresh to engage with and interact with at daytime. You know what I'm saying? It's nighttime. You know what I mean? You got folks that's getting off work, put the kids down, looking for something to wind down to and relax with. You know what I'm saying? You got folks that's getting ready for work. So they're trying to find something to help get everything going and rolling and get the mind going and get the blood flowing. Big time, what's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man? Yeah, we right here just chilling on the Night Owl Show, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Talking about WandaVision, and now we're talking about what does it take to become a legend musically. I was speaking on the episode I had Friday, and I was asking, is Bow Wow considered a legend? And for the most part, it was unanimous in the comments that he was not a legend, and it's hilarious to think of. But I ask you this: who's done what Bow Wow's done at the age he did it at? You know what I'm saying? At the age, I'm blessed. Amen to that, brother. I'm glad to hear that you're blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? Glad to hear everything's going good. How's the weather out there in the pen? You know what I'm saying? In Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? I know it's real bad over here. It's real rough over here. You know what I'm saying? He is not. hey, hey, think about it, man. The young man was diamond as a child. No group. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had Snoop and them back and them so deaf. You know what I'm saying? But in the same breath, movies, TV, diamond albums, still being he's signed to Cash Money right now. Just dropped a mixtape in 2019 and was touring in 2019 before the whole COVID thing kicked in. Say it's cold out there, huh? Man, I bet I can bet. I've only been to Philly one time. Um, Back in like 2007 when American Idol had auditions out there. I drove from Kankakee to Philly. So I don't doubt you. I know. I can assume it's cold out there, man. Stay blessed and hopefully you're staying warm, man. You know what I'm saying? So he did his thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got I'm giving him credit, you know what I'm saying? But who would we call legends? Like what does it take to become a legend? Outside of the ones that we already are iconic. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about MJ right now. We're not talking about Prince. You know what I'm saying? Um, you can argue with yourself if you don't want to call R. Kelly a legend, um, because personal life, personal whatever's endeavors aside, the man was a legend. The man was a legend. And when you bring the personal stuff into play, yeah, of course, you're going to be stripping the man of some titles. Of course, that's no doubt. But to say Chaos ain't a legend, I don't know if I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Look, well, who are we calling legends though? Because look at Jovan. We all know plenty of artists, plenty of independent artists, plenty of mainstream artists, plenty of signed artists that are looking and getting opportunities and performing here and there. Who's done the things that he's done, the things that Bow Wow's done. You know what I'm saying? Movie castings, music video casting since he was like 7 or 8. You know what I mean? In the Snoop Dogg video, then you see him running around junior high. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know Bow Wow was about to be 34 in March. I was definitely thinking he was younger than me. I googled it and confirmed he is an '80s baby. Shocker there. Uh, but you got to get a man his credit. You got to get a man his props. He definitely came through and held it down. Um, and he's still relevant. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so I don't know if we can. I think by default we got to give him. Kels is a legend. He's going down with the greats. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. I see you. See you. Thanks for tuning in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Uh, they push him hard. Yeah, yeah. They do. Look, bro, back on it again. Fuck Bow Wow. Hey, look, man. Okay, so who was we gonna say? Who was we gonna give that legendary title to? You know what I'm saying? Because for you to make it to mainstream already says a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's like making it to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Making it to the NBA. We know plenty of people with talent. We know plenty of people that can do it. But who can do it at that caliber? Who's doing it at that level and at that magnitude where you're known internationally? You know what I'm saying? where the guy that little girls got posters up in their room, you know what I'm saying, where across the world you selling out tours, you know what I'm saying? Who are we gonna give that to? If we ain't gonna give it to a young man that's been performing and entertaining and when dining damn near before he hit puberty, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't give it to him. And trust me, I can't name you. I couldn't name you 5 Bow Wow songs right now if somebody had a gun up to my head. I'm gonna be 100 with you. But I've watched the development of the young man over the years. You know what I'm saying? Even as far as when he went to be, we went from him being the #1 feature artist on 106 in Park to being called Mr. 106 in Park to hosting 106 in Park, like and making it to CSI. What they say, like the cyber division of CSI when they did that, or whatever. Like the man, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Uh, you gotta give them their just dues. You know what I mean? Jagged Edge, is that a legendary group? Let's talk. How many albums they got? You know what I'm saying? Um, we all want to call them legends. He said, "No, Bow did his thing." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I give him his credit. I definitely can't name a handful of hits, but I can name off a handful of accomplishments, a handful of things he's done. And in fact, the boy's still relevant and still signed. So I gotta give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? Jagged Edge just did the versus battle, so we gotta give him credit for it. But I can only really think about like 4 Jagged Edge albums. You know what I'm saying? Like what qualifies as being a legend? Because I've heard a lot of, let's see, bro said, I've heard a lot of folks talk about legends and legendary status, but what does it actually take? Jagged Edge, a great group, but not enough to be called a legendary group. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what he is missing. Yeah. You got to be missing. He missing the versus battle. But that's the thing. I don't think Bow Wow got 20 hits. He ain't even did an album in the last 10 years. I want to say when I looked it up, like it's been mixtape after mixtape lately. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep pushing them albums out. You know what I mean? You gotta keep cranking something out. I mean, hell, we by default we gotta give Kanye the legendary status, and he just keeps cranking stuff out. You know what I mean? Not all of it's gonna be legendary. You know what I'm saying? When I was watching the breakdown of the 48 Laws of Power, they was talking about how Pablo Picasso just kept painting. Not every painting he did was a masterpiece, but he kept painting because eventually I'm gonna reach my masterpiece. I just gotta keep producing work. I gotta keep producing material. You know what I'm saying? But who are we gonna call legends? You know what I'm saying? Dru Hill, we're gonna call them legends. I would argue so. I would argue as much as to say Cisco is a legend. Chew on that for a moment. And something else I want to say, low key, I think Chris Brown wanted to do what Cisco did, and you know what I'm saying. Oh snaps! I see you, sis. What's going on with you? Shout out to my sis, Queen Alexis. You be able to check me out on her radio show tomorrow evening, starting at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? The I got the flyer right here, Madam Queen's Court open mic show on Talk Shoe Radio. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a live like you'll be able to tune in and watch me do this. You know what I'm saying? She is a radio personality. You know what I'm saying? And I've been blessed to be on the show before as a guest. You know what I'm saying? Calling in to support, calling in to show some love, and then of course do my thing on the performance side. And now she's blessed me with an opportunity to be a feature, and it's actually my first feature of the year. So I'm super geeked. I'm super excited. Make sure y'all check that out. The number to call to fly for everything is on my page. I've been sharing it. She's been sharing it. You'll see it again out tonight before the night's out. You know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all call in to check that out tomorrow because I'll be doing her show right before I come in to do my show, my 9 o'clock show tomorrow, the Talk to Me Tuesdays episode of the Night Owl Show. But what does it take to become a musical legend? You know what I'm saying? That's the question on deck. You know what I mean? We arguing about Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Sis said Drew Hill, Jodeci, Silk, and Boyz II Men are legends. Facts. Facts. Now, I'm not gonna argue with you on this list. I love this list. Drew Hill, Jodeci, Silk, and Boyz II Men. I love this list so much that this list is going to be the ones gotta go for today. You know what I'm saying? But my question to you, and this is the number and the show ID if you want to call in. It's also on the flyer that you'll be able to see on my page, on her page. It'll be my profile picture by the time I get off of the show tonight. Um, Make sure y'all call in, tune in tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? But this list right here is going to be the ones got to go for the day. Drew Hill, Jodeci, Silk, and Boyz II Men. You know what I'm saying? We're going to come back to that in a minute because I love that list. And a lot of people that I know would argue about Silk because I can only think of like 2 albums. But the relevancy of the fact that them cats was killing it, you know what I'm saying? Uh, the fact that every Slow Jams mixtape that I had uh, at least 2, 3 songs from Silk, you know what I'm saying? Meeting in my bedroom, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, ah, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't know, well, Silk, oh boy, let me tell you. You know what I'm saying? Back in the heyday, you know what I'm saying? Long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, who we call it legends, you know what I'm saying? Because people arguing about Bow Wow. Doggone. People arguing about Bow Wow being a legend. But look at his track record. You know what I'm saying? Look at how much stuff he's accomplished over the years. Uh, who else will we argue about? Like Omarion, the whole B2K, you know what I'm saying? Those were some young kids doing their thing. Now, they wound up washing out afterwards, and we really didn't hear too much from the group. We heard something from Omarion when he went on to do some acting in You Got Served. Uh, did the joint album with Bow Wow, I believe. Yeah. But not too much, you know what I'm saying? So who we calling legends? What does it actually take to make that legendary status these days? You know what I'm saying? Um, can we chalk it up to if you just make it mainstream? You know what I'm saying? Can we give credit to if you get the opportunity to have a music video on commercial television? Uh, what does it take to create a legend? Because these days you can pay to have your video get boosted, and now it's running as an ad somewhere else. Technically, that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? It depends on where you're watching the ad. If you boost it on YouTube, I got a smart TV, so for the most part, if I got the remote control in my hand and I'm watching television, I'm watching YouTube. I'm watching another podcast. I'm watching some all deaf content, some Clayton Thomas content, Tangerine, his wife. Uh, I'm watching stuff where it's either these are people that I directly engage and interact with on a regular. These are people that I look up to, that I'm inspiring, you know what I'm saying? I'm aspiring to be like and get inspired by. Or this is something that's going to feed me. It's going to fuel me. You know what I'm saying? It's going to give me something to talk about. It's going to add to the conversation right here for the show. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I don't watch television like that. Like WandaVision, I've been looking forward to anything Marvel. And uh, I literally refreshed my account with Disney Plus, not for the kids, but because they said WandaVision dropped. We already got Netflix. You can watch kid stuff on Netflix. The specific stuff, yeah. But Wanda, yeah, yeah. No, I went ahead and freshened up that Disney Plus for your boy. You know what I'm saying? And for that sole purpose. You know what I mean? What's Sis talking about? Sis say Bow Wow is still in the making. He ain't at the level of Jermaine Dupri and the Brat. Now that's okay. Let's leave this up here for a moment because we're gonna speak on this before we go into the ones gotta go. Now you say he in the making, but the boy been in the game well over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm 33. He 33. 20 years ago was junior high, and the boy was already diamond, touring the world. You know what I'm saying? Now Michael Jackson was a young entertainer as well. Don't get me wrong. So we know, you know what I'm saying. Michael Jackson was in a group when he did it at that age. Bow Wow was a solo artist, and Jermaine Dupri signed it. You know what I'm saying. Well, I ain't knocking Jay. I ain't knocking Jermaine Dupri. You know what I'm saying? JD, whatever you want to call him. Uh, or the Brat, because the Brat been co-hosting the radio show, the Ricky Smiley radio show, or TMZ, or something like. She been co-hosting the radio show for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so she definitely still stayed relevant, even though she stopped rapping. To my understanding, she might still be recording. You know what I mean? Once you got that love for it, you can never really fully let it go. You know what I mean? Bro said Bow Wow was washed up. Hey, look, I don't want y'all to think I'm some diehard Bow Wow fan. I just like hearing the conversation. I like the conversation about who's a legend. And one podcast I be watching all the time, Buddy just be saying stuff like that randomly to see who we can get a rise out of. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you ever want to go check it out, Craig Smith, Craig Facts is a hilarious podcast where they just sit around drinking, smoking, and talking jazz, interviewing people. It's a lot of conscious information that goes by on this podcast by these comedians. The guys are hilarious. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of real talk that's taking place on the show, but they also find ways of interjecting. You know what I'm saying? Staying lighthearted with it. You know what I'm saying? Bro said you are a diehard Bow Wow fan. I'm a diehard Bears fan. You know what I'm saying? I just because I keep asking, you know what I'm saying? It's because I'm trying to think of somebody else you can compare to Bow Wow. Like what we call Ray J a legend. You know what I mean? Been performing forever. Was on the Moesha show and had two different roles on the show. Because like in the first season, he was playing one of the dudes from school who was annoying, messing with Mo, running against her. You know what I'm saying? Then later on, now all of a sudden he's magically Frank's long lost son that he didn't tell his wife about that he been paying secret child support on. You know what I mean? So he's looking ass. So you still got the picture of you on the scooter with your hair ready like Bow Wow. Hey man, it's all about the Benjamins, bro. Oh yeah, Bears fan for life, bro. For life, dog. Yeah, I spent after 3 years living in Milwaukee, dog. There's no way in hell I'm not a diehard Bears fan. But we gotta get into this. One's gotta go. And Sis dropped a nail on the coffin right here. Here it is. One's gotta go. Drew Hill, Jodeci, Silk, or Boys to Men. Be truthful, this must make me light a cigarette because this is stressful. Just looking at this list. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share. You know what I'm saying? If you watch from YouTube, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you can stay conscious and aware of all the content that's coming out, that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not aware of how to get to the YouTube or how to find my YouTube, because you might be, man, every time I type in Keep It Smooth on YouTube, man, a million other stuff pop up. I got you. Click the link tree description. Click the link tree link that's in the description of the show. Whether you watch from Facebook and or YouTube, click that link tree description. And it'll take you straight to my link tree page where you can see the list of links that's directly connected to me, and it'll take you exactly where you need to be so you can stay in tune with everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? But the ones gotta go today. Bro said, bye, Silk. Bro, I don't know if I can let go of Silk like that, bro. Because real talk, bro. Meeting in my bedroom caused a lot of meetings in my bedroom, man. It was some crazy things. It was some crazy times. You know what I'm saying? First one that's gotta stay out the gates. I can't. There's no denying. There's no arguing. Uh, First one that's gotta stay on this list is Drew Hill, hands down. You can argue with yourself. You can hate who you want to. When I tell you, Drew Hill out the gates, first ones to stay on this list. Beauty to this day. If you play that song anywhere, it will shut stuff. It'll go down. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you had like a real smooth, laid back joint. You know what I'm saying? You hear that, man. What was that? Oh, that's that joint, boy. Five steps. Come on now. Come on now. Bro said fuck Drew Hill. Boys to Men, the first one to stay. Hey, I ain't say Boys to Men wasn't gonna stay. But when I tell you, it's a bro. I like Boys to Men. It took me getting older and going back into their catalog to find out that they actually had some songs. You know what I'm saying? They could have made it to that. You know what I'm saying? Mixtape. You know what I'm saying? But growing up, Boys to Men was always the um, Christmas songs. There's always the Mama, uh, End of the Road. You know what I'm saying? Oh, these are the times when they did that joint for which movie was that? Uh, it wasn't Wild Wild West, but it was like that type of a vibe. I think it might have been Wild Wild West. No, I'm finna find out. I'm gonna tell you exactly what song, what soundtrack that was on, because these are the times was definitely a soundtrack song, and it was fire. Drew Hill, one moment, y'all. Daddy Mo got to kick in because you know what I'm saying. It's been 50 some minutes. We almost done with the show, y'all. We almost up out of here. We're gonna finish this thing. Said loving you is like food to my soul. I still be tearing up. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I wound up singing that song once on my Man in the Steel Mask. Okay, I knew it was a theme song. Um, I mean, it was a soundtrack to something. I just couldn't remember because I remember they was doing the, but that was on the Enter the Druid album. But I knew that that was for a soundtrack because Clear Lacey said we can read lips. Hey, and normally, normally I would have like turned the camera off too. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but we almost up out of here, and I ain't want to turn the camera off. And I got you, I got you. We're gonna keep it smooth. You know what I'm saying? But kids will try you. Kids, I'm trying to tell you, they will wait until you in the midst of your thing and what you got going on, and now all of a sudden they got a million questions, and you checked on them before you started what you had to do to make sure it should be no reason for them to come interrupt what you got going on. But as soon as you hit go live on the broadcast, Daddy, can I get some water? Then I just asked you if you needed something to drink. Then I just asked you if you wanted something. Didn't I tell? I just told y'all to stay upstairs, and now you want to come hitting them stairs. As soon as you hear me lost in what seems like a conversation, kids, I'm trying to tell you. And then some folks be like, man, I can't wait to have kids. Like, man, look, I love my babies. I love all five of my babies. Don't get me wrong. But I want you to know, if you have made it to this point in your life and you don't have children, before you plan for a child, plan your for a vacation. Just take a plan for a vacation, right? And then figure out how much it's going to cost, how much you're going to spend, and then I want you to take that same amount and deduct it by like 75%. That's what that's life after kids. Like 75% of your money is gonna go into the upkeep and uptake of a whole other body that you're gonna spend more time stressing out about than you do your own doggone body. So before you think about having kids, plan a vacation. Take say a vacation. And then remember that if by this time next year you want to have a kid, this will be your last vacation of this magnitude for at least 18 years. So I hope you do it right. Don't take no vacation like just travel to a city you've been to 12 times and get a hotel room for the weekend. No. I'm talking about go take a vacation that's gonna require you to get a passport. Take a vacation that requires you to jump on a plane if you trust in COVID, or a place where you will have to spend more than 8 hours driving to get. Plan to get away and separate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your money. Live. Live, please. Hey man, I tell you what, I ain't seen a C note intact in my hand that didn't go from my hand to a landlord, a bill collector, or some sports athletic department in a long time. I don't even know what color they are anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because it looked like they was fading them from green into like a bluish reflective color. I don't know what $100 bills look like no more. You know what I mean? I know a lot of us carry plastic around, but oh man, when people talk about having rushing to have kids and stuff, man, you better enjoy your life. We enjoy being parents. Don't get me wrong. There's some beautiful moments inside of it, but Jesus Christ. Back to this one's got to go. We almost at the hour marker. I still got to get ready for work. Uh, I told you Drew Hill's got to stay first. We're going to pull this list back up here because I appreciate sis for coming in, throwing this thing in here in the clutch. All right. We already said Drew Hill's got to stay. And of course, it's no question. The next group that's got to stay for me is Boyz II Men. I've done a lot of vocal training by practicing Boyz II Men songs. You know what I'm saying? So it's no doubt that I would choose them. You would have thought I fill you in. I normally people would choose Drew Hill before Boyz II Men before Drew Hill. But I had a lot more Drew Hill infused in my coming up into my adolescence, if you will. So Beauty was the first song I memorized like that. Like singing note for note, trying to master the key, trying to master the pitch, the runs and everything. Like the first song I remember memorizing like that. I was living in Wisconsin and we had a pool table in the basement. And my friend before I left had bought me a radio. And then my aunt had the Drew Hill Beauty single on cassette tape. Man, I put that mug in the in the tape player and just get to shooting pool by myself, playing solitaire, getting my game better. You know what I'm saying? But I listened to that joint for hours. And then when I knew my aunt came home because she had 12s in the whip and she'd be banging that joint. So by the time she pull up, It's like, oh, that's that joint. But yeah, Boys to Men gotta stay because Mama, you know what I'm saying, legendary song. Seasons, dope song. Um, of course, End of the Road. Boys to Men got classics on top of classics, and the fact that three of the four fellas are still singing to this day, you know what I'm saying? And Wanye actually got his kids singing, you know what I'm saying? It's weird that he named all his boys Wanye, but we're not going to talk about that. Um, I'm just going to say that yeah, Boys to Men would be the second group that's got to stay, which brings us to the last group that's got to stay, eliminating the other group. It's between Jodeci and Silk. That's rough. That's rough. Because I rock with Silk, but without Jodeci, there's no Casey and JoJo. Because if one's got to go, that means any and everything attached to them. No Jodeci, no Casey and JoJo, you know, branch off, you know what I'm saying, duet groups or duo groups. There we go. Can't say duet because that don't sound right when you're talking about two men. Duo groups. Uh, but then Silk. Have you ever gone back and watched the old school Silk music video? Like, if you like, come on, man, these niggas, they're the reason why it's a stereotype where all you gotta do is do this. Like, it's because of them that the stereotype exists. Because man, they was all in the hand movements, the body language, and the body rolling and all that. It's five dudes standing in a circle, all staring at the same camera. But they hip rolling and grinding in the air. There's no females around. It was hilarious. It was creepy, but when you see it, you instantly get to think about all the jokes that's been cracked over the years of R&B singers that do that. So it just immediately puts you in the head of like a Kevin Hart joke or something. Um, so who's got to go, Silk or Jodeci? We're gonna talk some more about this. I bet. I bet. Tomorrow, okay, bet sis. Uh last one that's gotta go for me. The last one's gotta stay for me is Jodeci because if I get rid of them, I gotta get rid of Silk too. I gotta get rid of Casey and JoJo. And all my life changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Like that song came out, it was like that was the first song that you couldn't for me, you couldn't figure out what was going on. Everything was just a beautiful blended medley. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Unfortunately, as much as this hurts to say, the one's got to go for today is Silk. But that's been the one's got to go. And this has been another amazing episode right here on the Night Owl Show. Movies and Music Mondays episode. You know what I'm saying? I want to appreciate everybody that's came through, that's tuned in, that's chimed in, that's rocked out with your boy. I thank you all so much. I'm going to ask you to please hit that like button, hit that heart, you know what I'm saying? If you can react with some love, hit it with the love, you know what I'm saying, from Facebook. If you're watching from YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that share button. We're trying to build the platforms up. If you need help finding any one of them, click that Linktree link and you'll find every platform you can find me on all in one spot. You know what I'm saying? I have been your boy, Keep It Smooth. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow because I'll be on the radio show before we get on the Talk to Me episode of the Night Out Show tomorrow. So make sure y'all call in and support me on that, you know what I'm saying? And be ready to come tune in to, tomorrow night. Because I'm definitely going to bring some brand new pieces tomorrow for the show. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to talk about it. We're going to rock out for a minute, you know what I'm saying? So this has been your boy, Keep It Smooth, checking in once again, reminding you that any and everybody can keep it smooth. All you have to do is take a step back, take a step back, take a deep breath, and figure out the best way to keep it smooth.